Good morning. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Hum with me. Yeah. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. What my life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Okay, we're going to open our doors of our throats and our hearts. Ready? Repeat after me. Actually, no, don't repeat after me. Just sing it with me. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Oh, I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what my life is about. What this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Very good. Yeah, nice to see you this morning. I know I don't hear it either. Mark, can you give me a little bit more volume, please? So I don't have to yell the whole service? Is that better? Can you guys hear back there? Okay, cool. I'm glad you're here. Last week we began Advent with hope. This week we continue Advent with love. So I'm going to light the second candle of our Advent wreath. And I'm going to read to you something that might not feel like it's about love, but it will be eventually. This is from Paul Hasselbeck's book, Heart-Centered Metaphysics. For those of you who remember Paul, he came here to speak. He passed away unexpectedly this week. Yeah, he is sweet and dear to Mark and I, was my very first Unity teacher. Very first Unity class I ever took was with Paul, and a really remarkable human being. And so I don't know the details. It happened on Thursday, and we haven't gotten the details yet, but Paul had an amazing impact. And so I want to share these words. The silence is often thought to be the most important subject Unity teaches. It is the most fundamental starting point for becoming a heart-centered metaphysician. It is simple, and yet, at the same time, the most advanced of all Unity teachings. There is sometimes confusion because there is both the practice of the silence and the state of consciousness called the silence. While sometimes referred to as prayer, the silence is more accurately a state of non-awareness that arises during some form of meditation. It is the medium in which and from our true Christ nature expresses. It is the source of creativity. It is both the means and the goal of the path to all spiritual attainment. In Unity, we do not claim to possess all truth, nor do we actually reveal the inner mysteries. We merely point the way to discovering them. Do not depend on what you read or hear. Trust rather in the silence and Christ nature, the teachings of the Spirit of truth. Depend only on what is revealed to you in the silence and is therefore the Christ. So we start our service with a little meditation for a reason. Not just because it calls us all in, but because we start with the most significant teaching Unity offers, which is the path to seating yourself, to settling into your truth, the truth that can only come to you as you step into the silence and become the silence. In that becoming, you put yourself in union with the divine. And the reason that we have so many different ways of talking about all of that, what all of that means is because people come back from the silence. They come back with some insight. They come back with some new knowing. They come back with a different understanding. So the silence is not just a listening. The silence is a becoming, a being. So I invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to feel your feet on the ground, to feel your breath as it inspires and expresses. Breathing in what is holy, releasing what is holy, and being present. Notice how your feet feel on the floor. To notice what the fabric feels like from your clothing. To notice the expansion of your rib cage as you breathe. And to be, to allow your mind to still, your heart to beat in its regular rhythm, your body to support your frequency as you become one with all that is. Paul reminds us not to rely on what we read or what we hear from others, but to come to this path, this place of stillness and being, to find the truth. And so it is.
I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Sing with me. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
Good morning. There was a beautiful valley that two farmers shared. A most amazing valley because the soil was rich and there was plenty of sunshine, but there was also plenty of rain. And it seemed like everything was perfect to plant anything you wanted to grow. You could just about throw seeds out and something would happen. But things weren't quite so simple. Thomas, the optimist, always bought the best seeds because he knew how rich the soil was and he knew what could come forth. This fly is a friend of mine this morning. which is funny. We've got a couple of them in here. It's funny, and I'm going to say this to those who have been here a long time. His family always associates Byron with the flies when they show up. So if you remember Byron, every time I get a fly up here, I'm like, Byron, go down there, stop bothering me. So I'm glad to invoke his name into this space this morning. So Thomas was an optimist. He always planted heirloom seeds, the best seeds. He always took his time and made perfect rows and planted the seeds a certain distance apart so they would have the most room to grow. And he would go out every day and walk those rows. And if there was anything out of line, any little weed, anything that didn't belong there, he would pull it out because he knew an amazing harvest was coming. On the other half of the field lived Ben, the pessimist. And Ben would just buy seeds because who knew if the ground was going to grow anything anyway? And you can't count on much in life. So he would buy seeds and he would go out and he would scatter some here and he would scatter some there and he would scatter a few more. And he'd stomp them down into the ground. And all the time he did it, he was telling himself, it's probably not going to grow. I'll put these things out here, but nothing is really going to happen. And he would walk the fields, and instead of pulling out the things he didn't want to grow, all the weeds, he would walk the fields and he would curse the weeds. Stupid weed, why are you growing there? I told you nothing is going to grow like it's supposed to grow in this field. Well, you can imagine what the harvest looked like. Thomas's fields were vibrant and full with large, fresh fruit and vegetables. He was so excited to gather everything, to share it in the community. And Ben's field didn't grow much. And in fact, not only did Ben's field not grow much, but Ben stood in his field and said, God hates me. Look at this. He appreciates Thomas. Everything grows for Thomas. God doesn't care. I don't know what I ever did to God, but nothing's happening over here. It works that way for us. That field was a perfect field with everything that was needed, just waiting for something to happen. That's what God's love is like. When we talk about divine love, we are not talking about how God loves us. We're talking about a field of love, a neutral, existing field that is perfect love. So if I hold this pencil, we'll see if I can get it balanced. That pencil is neutral. I can look at that pencil and say, I cannot write. Nothing happens. That pencil does nothing. I can write. That pencil still does nothing until I say write. When I say write, that pencil now knows what it's supposed to do. It becomes the next thing. That's how that neutral field that is God works. It is a neutral, existing field that is divine love. It is not in judgment of us. It is not walking around watching our field every day and saying, well, geez, I like Thomas better than Ben. It's a field. You can plant in it what you want. You are the co-creator with that field of love. That field of love will create as you choose, with you, with the frequency of who you are. That is a state of being. If I choose to believe this can happen, I hold the energy to create in this field, something wonderful can be harvested. If I decide, that's probably not going to happen anyway. Besides, God doesn't have time for me. God's busy doing other things. If I make those kinds of decisions, which we have been, many of us, taught to make in previous religious incarnations, when we are taught to think that way, that God is a judgmental God, that God is a human-like God that tells us good and bad versus holds a neutral field for us to interact with, then we begin to make judgment about whether God is judging us or not, about whether we've earned God's love or not, about who we have to become to be good enough, to be loved enough, to harvest a life that we want to live. This is such a big distinction, isn't it? If God is a neutral field of love, always there, waiting, just being, then when we meditate and we go into that field, love is present. When we walk through our beautiful mountain forests and we feel love, we are tapping into that field, into what divine love is. Not what divine love is doing, but what divine love is, because it is a sitting, neutral, waiting body. Does that make sense? Right? So it changes everything if we understand what divine love is, because we are in waiting for divine love to arrive. We are in waiting. Advent is to wait for the birth of Christ consciousness. That birthing of Christ consciousness is not the field of divine love, it's the collaborator with it. It's what's coming to work with that field, and it's coming to us. This birthing, this awakening that we do each year brings us back to who we truly are, brings us back to our deep truth that we are Christ consciousness. We are the holy. We are the expression that moves that neutral field. When we come into union with it in the best way, when we choose to allow that light that Lindsay was talking about to open up and fully flow, then what we're creating comes from that light. And now you have the holy meeting the holy. What do you think you'll harvest? Something holy? When the holy meets the holy, you're going to harvest something holy. Right? This is so simple and so hard to get because we want to humanize that field. Because we want to feel like it's not our responsibility what we're creating. Right? Oh, that God did that to me. I wonder what God is trying to teach me with this lesson. I wonder what I am trying to teach me with this lesson. So when we talk about divine love and we invite divine love into the room, it's already here. It's us paying attention. It's us opening up to it because we are never without it. Not for a moment in life are we without that divine love. And when we say unconditional love, we think that means I can do whatever I want and God's going to love me anyway. This is not a God who is saying, I love you or I don't. This divine field exists no matter what you do. Unconditional is a difficult word for us to translate. This is a neutral love. Divine love is a neutral, existing love. And that means that as we go into this time of Advent and we call our Christ consciousness forward, we open our hearts in a new way. We look for what it is we want to bring forward. as we move into the next time in life, the next cycle in life. We remember that we are moving that field. And we remember how we say it. Because if I say, I can't, God does nothing, I can't. Okay. Neutral field. No judgment. If you can't, you can't. No judgment. Oh, I can. Okay. Neutral field. No judgment. Cool, you can. Nice to know. I write is different. I am is different. I am are the words, the two words that move that field. I am writing. I am holy. I am alive. I am breathing. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am richly blessed. I am Christ consciousness, moving light and love on the planet. Your I am statement is what takes Christ consciousness into action. These are the, in my opinion, most important teachings of unity. And so it is.
Well, yeah. I want to do a reprise of what we sang before the talk. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Yes, I am doing a reprise. Here we are singing our I am. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with God. I am one with God.
Hey, Lindsay,
Yes,
before you start, can I do something?
I want you to do something.
Okay, great.
Come, divine
Cool.
inspiration.
Cool. Okay, in this magic basket are magic ornaments, which I'm about to pass out to you. I want you to put your I am statement on this ornament, and while Lindsay is singing, whatever your I am statement for right now is, and then we are going to bring them up as they're done and hang them on the 2 trees that are beside us. Okay? Cool.
Love that. Magic. This song was written by our beloved Unity member, Judith Hurley-Prosser. Love is like a river flowing, never ceasing, always going to the sea. The mother of life, always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Love is like a river flowing, never doubting, always knowing where to go. A place just right, always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Love is like a river flowing, moving onward, always growing deep and wide. Inside you and me, always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Love is like a river flowing, never ceasing, always going to the sea. The mother of life, always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Love is like a river flowing, never doubting, always knowing where to go, a place just right, always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Love is like a river flowing, moving onward, always growing deep and wide, inside you and me. Always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Always flowing, always going through the heart of me. Always flowing, always going through the heart of me.
There we go. If you are in our Zoom room, if you will write your I am statement in the chat. After service, I will take ornaments and handwrite your I am and put it on the tree for you. So just put whatever it is in the chat room. And then if you are not here and you're watching this service at a later date, I know we'll have a few ornaments left. We'll have them up here. Woo, that was cool. Yolanda is going to make sure there's some up here. If a new I am statement comes to you, or if you are not here today and would like to add it through the rest of the month, we'll have some ornaments up here and you can add to the trees. These ornaments will be collected after the holidays, put in an envelope, and sent to Silent Unity. So if you're not familiar with Silent Unity is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week prayer presence at Unity Village in Lee's Summit, Kansas, where our headquarters are. And we have people who pray all that time. We also have an open room that you can join if you want to pray. So they will hold and affirm your prayer for 30 days afterward. So please keep that in mind. That means you will be affirmed. Whatever you just wrote will be being strongly affirmed all the way through the month of January. Cool, huh? Nice. I want to honor River this morning. I want to say thank you. You do not see them. River put some poinsettias in the sanctuary this morning. Or they were here when I got here this morning. I removed them because we have people in the congregation who are allergic. I actually had to call someone this morning and tell them not to come to church because we have poinsettias in the building. We also have people who are allergic to Easter lilies. So I am saying that out loud to all of you and asking you please to understand those allergies are serious and a big deal. And from before I came here the first time in 2010, we have not brought poinsettias or Easter lilies into the building so that we could honor those things. We try to do what we can for people. So if you would please keep that in mind at Easter, and if you would please go back today and buy a poinsettia and take it home, because everything that's left over back there is going to have to go out so that we can get the building back to a place where people can participate. So I know there are several in the back, and River, thank you. I hope you understand why I removed them, and I hope that you guys will keep that in mind as we go forward. There are so many wonderful things happening here today. Who came to the movie last night, by the way? Yeah, was it good? Did you have fun? Okay, that's awesome. Polar Express was last night. We have West Side, we have fundraising for Scrappy Quilters today in the lobby, which is a big deal because you guys don't see these guys. They come in for hours at a time to make quilts. And those quilts go out to people who are often coming into their first actual place of shelter, have been out on the road, living on the street for a while. Sometimes they go to people who are still on the street. They work so hard, and I know they've been making extra quilts because we've been getting quilts over to the launch pad where we have young people who are coming into homes. So this is a lot of work. Like, they come in and put out the sewing machines and sew for hours. And the funding that they're raising right now, they've got a couple of beautiful quilts that they're going to lay in here as soon as we're out of the sanctuary, so you'll be able to come and see them. And they have all kinds of things for sale for the holidays. All of that is to raise funds for the things that are necessary for Scrappy Quilters to quilt. So this is their big fundraiser for the year, and I encourage you to please support what they're doing. And then back in the back, where the poinsettias and the wreaths and the bake sale stuff is, that is our care team. And our care team takes care of us. When we have somebody who's sick and needs food, when somebody has to drive someone somewhere, when just something is going on in someone's family and they need extra hands and extra help, our care team takes care of it. Our care team is about 30 people, which is big for a community of 130. That we have 30 people who are committed to our care team is a great thing. And they come in and they do these cook fests where they make food, they freeze it, it's ready. So if something happens to you, we don't always know with a lot of notice. And we want to make sure that if you're coming home from the hospital or something is happening and you break an arm, you can't cook for yourself, we can have food available. So the funds that come from the work they're doing in the back will help to support the supplies that they need to do their job. So stay for a little while, go buy some baked goods, take a poinsettia home, enjoy your Christmas holiday shopping, and thank you so much to both of those teams for taking the love of this community out the way you do and in the way you do. We would not be who we are as Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies without either of those efforts. We have one other big thing going on right now. Every year this time, well, we have two. We do a lot of good in the world. We have two families that we are providing Christmas gifts and stuff for West Side Cares. They are our adopted families. We can receive donations toward that until Tuesday. If you would like to donate for the families that we're supporting, you can do that in the office with Yolanda, or you can get on the website and go to, which is unityrockies.org, and go to the donate button. It drops down. Go to the drop down, and you'll see something that says, I think, adopt a family. Is that right, Susan? Yeah. So you can make your donation there too. That's always a really cool thing. We have found over the years that it's easier to get what is needed for those particular families if we just take financial donations, and then a couple of people can purchase what's needed for the families. And it also allows us to give mothers and fathers actual gift cards so that they can buy for their kids. Because as nice as it is to have your kids receive gifts, you kind of get cheated out of it if you don't get to shop for them, right? So we do it in a way that allows parents to shop for their children, which is good for moms and dads as well as the kids. So we are up to that. And one last thing, if you were not there yesterday, we have one more Sunday with the Christmas tree project. And I know Davi came in and told you what they're up to. I don't know if he mentioned to you, they have like 18,000 requests for Christmas trees this year. It's an amazing number of trees from all around the world, but they usually give 400 or 500 away here in Colorado Springs, and they will be doing that next week. The information for that, I believe, is in the lobby, and if it isn't, check with Yolanda. I know we've got it. It's in the e-blast as well. So all kinds of good stuff coming, all kinds of good stuff we're doing. Thank you for all of that. Thank you for your generous hearts, for understanding that we are more than what happens in the walls, that we are also what happens outside of the walls. Next Sunday will be my last Sunday here. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to explain. I am delighted. Okay? In the best of ways, I am ready to move into the next thing. When I retired from ministry, if you ever do that, in 2021, I did not anticipate being back here. And this has been a life-changing experience for me. I've learned a lot. Next Sunday, I hope that you will come because the lesson I'm going to teach is important for going into the next year. And I hope you will celebrate with me that we made it through this period of time and that you have an amazing, wonderful new minister starting, that you should be so proud of yourselves for what you have accomplished and for who you found and what she will bring. And things will be new in the new year, truly new. So next week is not we're not going to do that, okay? Who said that? Sure. No, Mark and I are leading retreats and releasing books, and I have an app coming out in January, and I have so many next things happening. So let's celebrate next week. Let's come and let's celebrate the beauty and wonder and accomplishment of this community, shall we? All right. As we go into our time of giving, I remind you that the reason we can do all the good that we do is because our community is generous and open. And I also remind you that if for some reason today is not a day that you can be generous because your car blew a gasket or something, whatever it is, that's all right. Put your hands over the basket, put a little love in. Give from your heart. Put love into this room. Co-create with the divine. We are abundant. Let us speak our affirmation of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So let us just take a moment and receive. Come on up, guys. All the love, all the good wishes, all the generous open hearts. Let us take that in as our abundance multiplies. We are grateful. We are in circulation, open to the flow, and understanding of all the ways that we are blessed. And so it is. I'm seeing 2 out of 3 of our, do we have kids? We have kids. Would you guys knock on the door and send the kids in as you go by? Because I want to hear whether we bought heifers or goats or chickens, what we bought. What did we do with all of our good kid energy? And they told me they were going to come in this week and tell us about it. So I want to make sure that we get them up here. How fun has it been to have kids again? So amazing, yes? Yeah, they are wonderful. They are wonderful. And thank you so much, Dana and Debbie and Alfra, for making this program get started. Here they come. Good morning. Come on up. We want to know. We want to know. Did you decide what we're buying?
We're surprising you next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Hello. So we this is the last day that you can donate to the Heifer Project. So we decided for some animals, but if we get more, we could maybe add maybe a couple
Chickens.
another chickens or bees, yeah. We could add more if people donate more today, but we kind of decided already, sort of, but we're probably gonna have to decide again if we get more today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where will we find your beautiful bucket?
Yeah, Fellowship Hall and kind of maybe in Fellowship Hall on a table.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Did you?
Yes. $805 and what? 98 cents. Yeah, $805.98.
And besides talking about what you were going to buy, what'd you do in class today?
Oh, we were talking about how, oh my God, this is hard to explain. You know what it is, except it's hard to explain it. You can't explain it, but you know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about, because they, know. I can't explain this right now.
Most of the people in this room can't explain it.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Awesome.
$800. Good for you. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Will you please hold my friend Paul in your hearts this week? There is a memorial. It will be online. For those of you who might have had him as a teacher or enjoyed him when he was here, I will make sure, I think it's on the 9th, but I'll make sure that we get a notice out. And if you would hold him in your hearts, that would be great. And for those of you who know Celine, big tall blonde Celine, she had some major surgery this week. If you would also hold her in your hearts as we go into this week, that would be great. All right, and I'm going to turn this over to Susan and our prayer chaplaincy for the last few things, and I'll see you outside. Thanks. Susan, I turned that mic off, so you have to turn it back on.
I'm so honored and happy, and that's way too loud. So honored and happy to be here as your platform assistant today. I had to run home quickly and come back, so the coffee did get made, but Oh, so let us thank Donna Grant for our flowers, for loving our community. Hey. Now, some of the news here is that we are putting together a scrapbook for Reverend Ahriana. If you would like to add a personal message or card or well wishes or thank you or to Reverend Ahriana. Please see the scrapbook in Fellowship Hall after the service. For the Zoomies, email your messages to unity@unityrockies.org or mail to the church. We need your messages and cards turned into the office by Wednesday, December 11th at 2 p.m. See Debbie Lacey for more information. Happenings this week. The Unity Men's Group will be meeting on Saturday, December 13th from 8:30 to 10 a.m. in Fellowship Hall for a morning of social connection and coffee. See Don Turner for more information. The Sacred Women's Circle, gift-giving gathering. Ladies, join the group this Saturday, December 13th from 1 to 3 in Fellowship Hall for a great holiday event. The group will exchange gifts, limit of $20, with other members. Bring a snack to share. See River for more information. Some reminders. If you would check the Unity newsletter, bulletin boards, online calendar, and Facebook page for updates. If you would like to sign up for the Unity newsletter or need a Unity name tag, then please stop by. Did I lose it? Are you still there? Please stop by the Unity office or email unity@unityrockies.org. Now, our platform assistant today is me. Our third chaplain today is Rhett.
Rhett, I'm going to come stand by you so you can just talk in my ear. It might be, the battery might be dead.
I turned it off.
All right, look at this magic.
There you go.
Oh, special. So I am your prayer chaplain up here today, and I'll be in the back to pray with you afterwards. We also have a wooden box outside the back there if you'd like to put a handwritten prayer in. We pray over it here, our prayer chaplain team, and it's sent to Unity in the Rockies and prayed on for 30 days as well. As Ahriana explained earlier, great program. Call anytime you need prayer, 24/7. They have a hotline. It's awesome. Let's see, I think that's it. We got the closing prayer, but before so, I'm glad Ahriana's up here, because if everyone could please stand up and a round of applause, because I'm sure she's changed your life. She's definitely changed mine. And thank you, Mark, for supporting her. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess I got to do
You
this.
got to do it.
Is everyone ready? The prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you. Please join me in singing the closing congregational song, the Peace Song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that is meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal.